Hey guys, OGL Bina here, bringing you guys my AP8 Little Cup Wi-Fi Season 2 Week 10 match against Inversify and his Philadelphia Scolipedes. Inverse is a really cool dude. He's a really talented Little Cup player as well, and bonus, he is actually uploading this season. So if you want to, go check out some more AP8 Little Cup Wi-Fi content, be sure to go check him out. He'll be in the description as well as all the other coaches in the league and all the good stuff. But yeah, with that being said, this is the last week of the regular season. We're playing against Inversify, as I said before, and he's playing very, very well this season. He is a very, very likely playoff opponent, actually, which is going to influence our build and kind of this video in a way. It's much like the video for Academy last week versus Matt, where I don't really want to reveal my sets. I definitely didn't bring my best team because, again, we were clinched. Winning, I definitely want to win because it has playoff implications for him and people below him potentially that are trying to squeak in. So I'm not gonna discount them and not play hard because of that. We also can potentially get the first seed, I believe, if Panther loses his game by a decent amount and we win. I could be completely wrong on that, but I know winning this would definitely secure us the 2 seed, which is obviously nice. Again, but the win isn't super important to us. More so, I want to kind of scout and see when Verse want to bring versus us, how he tends to approach this matchup, as I think he'll likely maybe not bring his A team because he was pretty likely for playoffs. I think he needed to not lose more than 3-0 to us to make playoffs, so it was pretty likely for him to be able to make it just because of how high octane Little Cup is and how often people just have to stack off him in order to get good positioning and stuff like that. But I still think he'll bring, a pretty somewhat similar team to what he might want to bring in playoffs. So I want to kind of scout and see what he wants to go for there while still holding some things up my sleeve. But yeah, even with that being said, I don't want to go too in-depth to my build. I'm just kind of going to go quickly over what shows in the game itself. After I do bring up matchup and all that good stuff right here. So if you did forget, our team consists of the Volibee, Meowth, Clamperl, Sandygast, Machop, Cleffa, Magnemite, Roggenrola, Smoochum, and Lotad, while Inversify's team consists of the Alolan Sandshrew, Skorupi, Alolan Geodude, Beldum, Amora, Trapinch, Krabby, and Shroomish. Hope that doesn't show on the screen. I accidentally just opened like the Elgato recording thing for me. Okay, cool, it didn't. That's awesome. That would have really sucked. Started to restart, but we're gonna leave that little part in. But yeah, very, very threatening team on my opponent's end. The Hailcore, Bumblebee, Trapinch for trapping, and then the Wingull. He has a very, very scary offense versus our team. But I think we have a pretty cool team to potentially stop it. We have a Volibee with 4 moves and an item. We have a Roggenrola, which has Stealth Rock. And yeah, it has Stealth Rock. It's also Eviolite with weak armor. We have a sub bulk up Thunder Punch close combat Machop with Berry Juice. We have a Meowth with Shockwave, which is really nice to revenge that Wingull and the potential Krabby that was on his team. We have U-Turn, and then we have 2 other moves. We have a Sandygast, which is a really, really cool set, and I'm sad because none of it really shows in this game. You'll see why in a minute. But I don't really want to reveal it. But we do have a Sandygast on the team, and then we have a really cool Magnemite set, which is going to be Magnet Rise, Recycle, Thunderbolt, and Flash Cannon. Now, looking at the team that my opponent elected to lead off with, it's going to be elected to bring was the Wingull, Skorupi, Amora, Bumblebee, Alolan, Sandshrew, and the Trapinch. Now, everything was very, very much so expected, minus the Skorupi. I don't think it's bad versus me, but I also don't think wow, oh no, it's a Skorupi. But it's definitely not bad versus me. It's more so I thought other things are better, but I see the merit in it coming. Regardless of that being said, I do want to lead off with my Volibee. It has, pretty good coverage for everything on his team, potentially, and it puts my opponent in a tough spot right off the bat. So we are going to be challenged by our opponent. He's going to lead off with Pico, which is obviously going to be the Wingull, as we lead off with our Volibee. And if you look at our team, we don't switch in this thing at all. In my head, I'm thinking, hey, I stay in, I click an attacking move, which is going to be Brave Bird, because I'll be able to knock him out. He shouldn't be able to knock me out in one as well, as he is going to switch out into the Amora, which is definitely a safe play, expecting the Brave Bird. As right here, I am going to go for said Brave Bird and do a decent little chunk to the Zamora. We're not going to obviously like 2-hit KO it or anything, but we're going to get a little bit of damage off on it, a good, 30-ish%, take a little bit of recoil, and then I'm going to realize I don't have a switch into Amora. So essentially what we're going to do is we're going to sack off our Roggenrola, or attempt to, as he actually ends up getting it with Stealth Rock, which is a fair play. If Hail isn't up, it guarantees breaks my Magnemite sturdy. Oh, excuse me. Yeah. Which is obviously nice. It also tips down my Volby. And right here, he's going to go for the Ancient Power on a Roggenrola. I am very surprised he didn't just go for a Blizzard. I guess he was trying to be cheeky and make sure he got the... see if he can get the Ancient Power boost, because Blizzard didn't knock us out. So I guess that's fair. As this next turn, he is going to end up going for Blizzard. We did get our rocks up, though, in exchange, which is nice, as he is going to be able to knock out a Roggenrola. But it wasn't the most useful member in this game, to be completely honest. It was just here to get up rocks. Right here, I'm going to switch out into my Machop, and knowing I'm going to force a switch out, I was hoping into the Wingull, but not going to be the Wingull. It's going to be Crabbrave the Scolipedes, which I love that nickname, actually. That's hilarious. But we're going to get up a sub right here regardless, and we're going to be able to put on some offensive pressure. Now, if he's not Eviolite, we actually do a ginormous chunk to this thing with a +1 Thunder Punch. So right here, he is going to go for an Aerial Ace, which is completely fine, as I am actually going to go for a Bulk Up right here. And this Bulk Up is going to allow me to live any Aerial Ace from this thing after. It'll actually put me in my juice range. I'll go right back up to full, and I should be able to potentially 2-hit KO this thing, even if he is a very bulky Eviolite set. As we are going to go for a Thunder Punch this next turn, as he ends up going for the Swords Dance, which is terrifying. Especially being that we lost our Roggenrola. This mon can actually really do punch a giant hole in our team right here. As I am going to go for a Thunder Punch, which is a potential 2-hit KO, depending on Little Cup rolls and stuff like that, potentially. But obviously, I don't want to risk him knocking me out with a +1 Aerial Ace, as I am going to switch out into my Volby. I know I can take this hit, and be able to get up, a decent, healthy amount. He's going to go for said Aerial Ace, get us down to 5 HP. Unfortunately, we're going to be essentially knocked in the range of rocks. I'm going to go for a knockoff, expecting maybe one of his flying wrists to come in, but he just elects to stay in with his Scrubby, which is totally fine, and is going to knock out our Volby. So we did go down 6-4 very, very early in this game. However, I think we should be okay. I'm not too worried about it, because looking at his team, my Magnemite looks like it goes in, my Meowth looks like it goes in, and now that this thing is weakened, if I can somehow get up another sub, our Machop definitely goes in as well. We at least force a KO pretty much when we come in, which is obviously great. As I am going to go for a U-turn with the Meowth, just picking off the Scoripedes and made sure that it always knocked it out from 1 HP. It always knocked it out because he was likely at 1 HP based on the damage I did earlier. And if not, then oops, that's me messing up. But I'm pretty sure we were pretty safe there going for that. As down goes the Scruffy, I'm going to go into Magnemite because I figured that it might force him into the Trap Inch. Simply because he thinks, oh, I can just trap this thing and knock it out with a... sorry, I'm looking for the Scruffy. And potentially knock it out with an Earthquake. But little does our opponent know that we are packing the Magnet Rise, and this is going to put us in a phenomenal position. He's not going to be able to touch us with this Trap Inch whatsoever, and we are going to be able to 1v1 it very, very easily because of the fact that it just can't touch us with the Magnet Rise up. And I'm hoping that these Rock Slides put us into range of our Berry Juice. That's going to be best case scenario. I also want to get the most out of my Magnet Rise turns, so I'm going to go for one more Flash Cannon, be able to bring it down very, very low into range of one more, as he is going to go for a Rock Slide and miss, which is actually bad for us, because that would have put me in range of my Berry Juice potentially, which is, again, really, really unfortunate. He's going to go for a Quick Attack. I'm going to go for a Thunderbolt. That's on purpose, by the way. I want him to knock me into range of my juice right here, as I am going to lose out on my what do you call it? My Magnet right here, but that's awesome because I get to just pretty much reset it for free to where his mons can't come in and revenge me with Earthquake. He's gonna go for another Rock Slide, bring me into my Berry Juice range this time, which is awesome. I'm gonna get back up to as healthy as an amount as humanly possible. The only downside to this is the fact that he's going to be able to go for a Quick Attack and break my Sturdy. And I kind of forgot about that, I'm not going to lie. But we're going to be able to go for a Flash Cannon and knock out this Trap Inch nonetheless. But I am glad that this set worked. This was kind of the main intention of this, was to 1v1 his Trap Inch and potentially other mons on his team. But looking at the Amora, its only way to hit me is likely going to be Earth Power. Same with his Bunnelby. Unless he has Fire Punch, he can't really touch me, as I'm just going to stay in. I'm going to go for a Flash Cannon, win the speed tie actually, and actually just completely knock out this Bunnelby, which is phenomenal. Magnemite is putting in the utmost of work. I talked to him after. It actually didn't matter that I won the speed type because he did not have Fire Punch, I believe. I think he was Mono Earthquake. Mono Earthquake in the way that he could hit me, I suppose. That's what he made it sound like when he said it to me. Right here, he's going to go into the Amora. I'm going to go for a Recycle, trying to get my Berry Juice back. I know this thing cannot touch me, and I know I should outspeed it. He's going to go for an Earth Power. Obviously, it doesn't affect me. I suppose he was just trying to potentially stall turns, or he ran, he miscounted the amount of Magnemite turns I had, but we're going to be able to go for yet another Flash Cannon and knock out this Amora, which is, again, absolutely amazing. All that's left is going to be the Wingull and the Alolan Sandshrew. Right here, that's what he's going to go into, which is, again, completely fine. I'm going to switch out right here just because this thing has a little bit of use left in it. If I can get in outside of Hail, I can set up a Magnetize on this once again, or I can just click Thunderbolt with a little bit of chip on it. He's going to go for an Earthquake. That's completely fine because I knew that no matter what, this Earthquake would not kill me. It's actually going to knock me into my Berry Juice range, obviously, and that's going to bring me right back up to full HP, which is obviously really, really good. And we're going to be able to, with any one hit this thing wants to go for after. Oh. Man. As he is going to go for the Iron Head. This is unfortunate because he's going to be able to flinch us. This sucks because I could have just thrown off a free close combat there. Netted me a KO. But unfortunately, he's going to be able to go for an Icicle Spear and pick off our Machop, which is very, very unfortunate, but not the biggest deal in the world. I think we still have the pieces in which we need to win this game. As right here, the Hail is going to stop, which gives me a pretty free Magnemite right here, as he is going. I am going to take a little bit of Rock Ship, and I believe I go for a Thunderbolt Raw right here. I expected him to maybe want to pivot out, expecting my Magnetize, but Thunderbolt knocked him out either way because he wasn't Eviolite, which is obviously great. Down goes the Sandshrew. He's going to go into Wingull, and we all but have this game locked up because he's going to be able to go onto the Wingull. I'm going to be able to click Thunderbolt. He's going to go for Scald and Outspeed and kill me, but nonetheless, I still have my Meowth in the back, so I'm not tripping too hard about this thing right here. I guess that kind of tips off what item I was. But down goes Magnemite, not until it without picking up 4 kills before it goes down, which is obviously great. We're going to go into our Meowth. We're going to click Shockwave, be able to knock out this Wingull, and down it goes as we pick up a nice 2-0 victory to end off the season here versus Inversify. So GG's to him. This game was a lot of fun. His team is very, very scary. He actually did make playoffs off of this. He only needed that certain differential point, like I said. And spoilers, we play him round 1. So just like in APA Academy, where we played Matt week 12, and then we play him round 1 of playoffs, which should be going up next week, by the way, guys. Playoffs got postponed 1 week, so that game should be going up next Sunday. I will be playing that Saturday, so tomorrow after this video goes up is when I'll be playing that, so hopefully that goes well. But same exact situation where we play our last week of the regular season opponent in the first round of playoffs, which is fine though, because again, I did not bring my best team versus him this time. I already built the new team, and we should be playing that on that Saturday as well, and hopefully we're able to pick up that one and end our first round curse in the AP Little Cup. I guess it's not a curse unless we win, unless we lose this season. So I really hope we don't, create the curse or like start that bad trend or anything like that. But hopefully we can pick up a win next week versus I'm sure he's going to be out for Blood versus us after we beat him the first time. But I definitely intend to put up a fight and win that game. So yeah, again, GG's to my opponent. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Just so you can catch our league games as they go up each week, as well as our Showdown Lives, all that good stuff. And yeah, with that being said, I'm going to get on out of here. Thanks guys for watching again. Later.